have it on? All right. Okay, we've got kind of a short crew here this morning, but we'll try to get through here pretty quickly. Let's go down to item number 7. This is a public hearing to revise a plat of lots 423, 424, and 425 of Boot Ranch subdivision. I visited with Commissioner Shute about it because he's
revised plat of lots 423, 424, and 425 for the Grand subdivision phase 1.
Second.
questions or discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Number 9, to consider setting a public hearing to revise the plat of lots 11GI-AR and 11GI-BR in Triple Creek Ranch subdivision, which is in precinct 1. Commissioner Alford, like I said, won't be here. He indicated it wasn't a huge hurry as far as he knew. The possible hearing dates would be, the first one would be either August 10th, which means that we would have to start advertising this week, Mary Lynn. And then we would also advertise July 22nd or 29th, or if it isn't in a hurry, we could do the public hearing on August 24th, which means we would advertise July 29th to August 5th and 12th.
That would probably be better. Trying to get a hold of everybody.
Okay.
And what they're doing is they're taking 8.3 acres out of the 11G1AR, and then the remainder of that tract will be combined with 11G1BR, which will provide them 21.7 acres. So you'll wind up with an 8.3 acre and a 21.7 acre tract. Still be 2 acres, but different lot line.
Okay. August 24th would be,
So we need to make a motion for that, right?
yeah.
I move we set the public hearing to revise plat of lots 11G1AR and 11G1BR in Triple Creek Ranch subdivision for August 24th.
Second.
All right, any questions or discussion?
Mary Lynn, on that one, if anybody has any questions of those out there, he has an existing fence that he's cutting out, that's the 8.3 acres, and his, I guess, the southerly fence line is 11BR tract. So it'll be that whole expanse there between the 2 fences. be the 21.7 acres.
Will
Something
letters-
things that we look at.
will letters need to be sent out, Judge?
Yes.
Thank y'all.
Any questions, discussion? Not all in favor of setting the public hearing on August 24th, 9 a.m. at our Commissioners Court meeting, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, number 10, to receive an annual report from the representatives of Good Samaritan Center. John Willoughby is here this morning, and I don't know if you have any of your other board members or anyone here, but
Well, we tried to limit how many people we would bring today, but I do have Kendra Peshek, she's on the board, and she said she already had business in front of the court, and she would also be here for us, so.
okay, good.
But yeah, but in an effort to, limit things, we decided to not have as many people bring a whole board this
All
time.
right.
So I'll let somebody figure out how to hand these out. These are some handouts for y'all. I don't know if I'm allowed to go past the,
Yeah, we,
I got it.
oh, okay. Thank you. So normally, this is the time where I come and tell you about everything that's happening, but this is not a normal year. And, our main thing, you can see this 2019 statistics. I can tell you 2020 will not look like these. We have been very careful to keep our patients safe and us safe. So we've been still seeing patients, anybody that needs us for an acute issue, whether it's an injury or whether it's heart problems or whatever. We even have one man who is a paraplegic that we've been working with lately and helping him get set up with physical therapy, and so he can become more independent and do transferring himself and taking care of himself and all that stuff. So we are still there very much for our patients, but this has been a hard time. We had actually one patient who was at Hill Country Memorial. Hill Country Memorial, at this point, the ICU, I checked with Jane Pope this morning, the ICU is close to being full. She said there were 6 admitted right now, COVID-19 patients admitted to Hill Country right now. So it's pretty serious. We have actually had one of our patients discharged, and one of the really neat things was he called us and said, listen, I've got this list of meds, I've got this list of equipment I need, I can't afford this stuff, and what am I going to do? And so I said, be at peace, we'll figure it out together. Thankfully, we had most of the stuff that he needed in-house, including a nebulizer. So at the end of the day, we were able to give him a bag of supplies and equipment, and then he only had to spend $18 at the pharmacy for what we didn't have. So that was the thing. So, we're still here for our patients. Medically, we are still seeing people, prescriptions, people on their monthly meds and all that. That program is still running. We still have 700 patients on that who are getting their chronic meds. Dental has been really weird. The Texas Dental Association pretty much shut dental down in April, where you couldn't do anything unless it was a life-threatening issue. So we did one extraction in April that was a life-threatening issue. Other than that, we put all the extractions off till May, and then in May we started doing some extractions, and we got those out of the way, and then we got some protective equipment. When you do a filling, when you're drilling, you aerosolize a lot of particles, so we had to get some special equipment to handle the aerosolization, that's a hard word, of the different materials. So anyway, we're doing fillings again, we're doing extractions, and we're doing cleanings, but without the little grinder. We're doing more of a manual cleaning type thing. And then on mental health, thankfully the LPC that we use has her own, for her private office, she has her own telemedicine platform. So we've been doing all of those visits telemedicine, and that has worked, and so that's been great. And especially now, our patients are having a lot of stress. I mean, whether it's being just afraid of COVID-19, having lost their jobs, whatever. So that's been a big deal. And then on the community health worker side, we're not doing the public health screenings right now, but she is still doing some limited home visits, like to that one paraplegic man's home and stuff. And in fact, he had a situation where his home was in disrepair, and so she was even able to coordinate with another agency to have them come over and help fix the exterior doors and stuff like that. So that was pretty great. But then she's also still hosting the monthly food truck that comes here from Austin, the Central Texas Food Bank. In April, the first month after everything started to shut down, it was a Good Friday. It was the Friday before Easter. Normally we have about 170 families show up on average at the food truck each month. That time we had 380 families show up, and they had brought a semi-trailer full of food, and they brought food for 400 families, so we had enough for that distribution. Since then, it has come back down to our normal levels. So this last, it was in fact 2 days ago, I think they had 158 families coming. So that's gone down. I mean, that's still too many, but that's more in our normal range of how many people are coming. So we're here, we're functioning. Thankfully, patient fees are only 15% of our income, and those are greatly down because of how we've just been helping as many people by phone as we can, and of course not charging them for it, to limit traffic in the building. But it's been an adventurous spring. We're grateful. Our donations have actually been very solid. In some cases, they've been up. And we were able to participate in the payroll protection program, which also helped mitigate some of the loss from not being able to have our annual dinner. So we're solid financially, and we're able to be there for our patients. Any questions?
Have anything?
No, sir.
Well, we appreciate your support, and appreciate you caring about our patients.
And thank you all for everything that you do out there, John.
Yeah,
It's
appreciate it.
tremendous help to our community, so.
Well, it's a lot of fun to do, but this year's been very intriguing.
Pass on our appreciation to all the volunteers out there. that do a
Yeah.
good job.
Thank you, yeah, I will. All right, well, thank you.
John.
Thank you, appreciate you.
Take care. All right, number 11, to consider approval of renewal contract with DBT Transportation Services for the AWAS maintenance Natum service.
Morning, Judge.
Morning, Tony. Morning.
This is our annual maintenance contract. It's usually it's a 3-year contract. We expire at the end of August, and trying to get it set up so we can start September 1st. It's the same price we've had for the last 45 years. It's an annual payment of $5,966, and it has not changed in, like I said, 3 or 4 years. I just need the judge to sign the contract.
Airport board was pleased with this.
It's a standard thing. It hasn't been presented as our annual contract. We pay it every year. It's a must pay to take care of our weather system out there. They come out quarterly to inspect it.
I move we approve.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any
Judge, do
opposed?
you have a copy to sign?
I have a copy I can sign.
Okay.
I didn't know if it was, yeah, I think I've got a copy in there that I can sign.
If not, I have one right here for you then.
Okay, either way, I can sign the one that's in my file.
Okay.
Number 12, to consider approval of emergency facilities and land use agreement with Texas A&M Forest Service for use of airport facilities.
We sign this land use agreement every year with the Texas Forest Service. It just tells what they can do and what we are expected to help with them. It's no charge to either one. It's just basically gives us our guidance for both for them to use the facilities out there.
I move we approve.
I didn't hear you.
I said I move we approve.
I'll second.
Any questions? All in favor of approval, say aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed?
Thank
Okay.
you, Judge and Commissioners.
Is that it? All right, thanks, Tony. 13, to consider advertising for personnel in the elections department. Nobody here. Lisa, Human Resources. Well, as you all know, that Anissa's assistant, there she is. We need to advertise for personnel in elections.
Yes, we have an opening for the full-time elections clerk.
move we approve.
Second. Just-
Questions? All in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, 14, to consider approval of having the FHS NJROTC Baton Billy Battalion display flag at the Courthouse Library and Annex 1 on various days throughout the year. We've been paying to have them put up the flags out along Main Street and where we have places for the flags. We've been doing that for a long time. It used to be, I think the VFW maybe used to have that, but the junior ROTC program took it over from them several years ago. It's kind of a fundraiser for them. It says that the letter we got said that we have 12 flags, and they have 10 days that they will put them up and take them back down. Cost is $300, and that the 1-year period runs from May 1st of this year through April 30th of 21. And I think that $300 price has been the same for several years now. I don't think it's gone up in the last few years.
Sounds good. I so move.
Second.
Questions? All in favor of approval, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, 15, to consider approval of designating a Healthy County Wellness Coordinator with Texas Association of Counties Health and Employee Benefits Pool. Dana, you want to talk about that?
Sure, they want a contact, I think if they want to, well, obviously right now things are unusual, but typically that they'll do trainings and they just want someone to contact regarding the Healthy County Wellness Program. And they want a wellness coordinator and a wellness sponsor. So the coordinator would be kind of the one to coordinate and run it, and then the sponsor would assist the coordinator. I could be the coordinator, and then I thought maybe Crystal could be the sponsor. But it's up to you guys. I hate to have other departments, I mean, it's up to you, but I think it would be easier for our department to just be the ones to take care of it. Now, under the wellness sponsor, it did say an elected official in this role is preferred,
Yeah, I saw that.
but it's not required. So,
Well, and this whole thing isn't required, is it? I mean, I don't think we've ever participated in it.
well, they want us to designate someone.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think we've ever even done that.
Yeah, no, I don't think we have either.
So I don't know if we want to do that or not.
We do have a few employees that participate in it.
I'm sorry?
We do have a few employees that participate in it. You can give rewards, they have different challenges throughout the year. You can do gift cards and stuff. And in the past, we've had a handful of people that do participate in it.
Yeah, I knew that they participated, but I didn't know if this was something different, if this was for something to do our own program or what it was. But I didn't think that we had ever named a coordinator or, I don't know if we,
Do we want to start?
I don't know.
Well, there's two parts. There's, I guess, just having someone for them to contact. And then there's the county-specific incentive program, which we wouldn't have to implement. We just say we're not interested. Or we could say we're interested in learning more. Because like you, I don't exactly even know what it entails. The coordinator would just be, probably would pass along information, I would think. If there's something coming through TAC, we would send out an email. So I think
I don't see any problem with designating if you're willing to be the coordinator,
Yeah,
you know.
I have no problem with it.
So we designate you as a coordinator, then
And if you want to do an elected official for the sponsor, or if you just want to have Crystal, I just thought it would be easier to keep it all within our department, just since we're doing it, and if I'm out, Chris can handle it, but I mean, if we wanna do somebody,
Yeah, makes sense, as long as we can do that.
Yeah,
I don't even know what all this is gonna entail,
Yeah,
honestly, so.
I don't either.
Let's do it then.
So I move we designate Dana as a healthy county wellness coordinator and Crystal as a
sponsor.
sponsor for the Texas Association of County Health and Employees Benefit Pool.
Yeah.
I'll second.
Any questions or discussion on it? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, and then 16, to consider approval of participating in Texas Association of Counties Health and Employee Benefits Pool Healthy County Specific Incentive Program. And this is the one you were talking about a
Yeah.
minute ago.
I think with the way things are currently, I don't mind learning more about it because I really have no idea what it entails. Or we just, as of this year, we're not interested. That would be my recommendation. Either I don't mind learning more about it, or we just hold off for a year and see where we're at.
So just don't approve participating right now
No, I really don't
until we
want to
get more
try.
information.
Right, right.
We can either have a motion to not participate right now, or we can just take no action on it. Go on to-
Or we can, I mean, I don't mind learning more, which is an option.
I put no action on paper already.
All right, all right. Why don't we just not, we
No
won't
action.
turn them down, but we're just not taking any action right now.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Dana. 17, to consider approval of pay rate change for jailer.
Yes, going to have a jailer, Robert Farmer, just been here quite a while, and move him up to an experienced pay rate of 1866.
The farmer,
Farmer,
I move we approve.
Second.
Questions? All in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. 18, to consider approval of installation of a Cradle Point antenna by Texas Department of Public Safety Information Technology team for driver license office at Annex 1. I'd gotten an email from someone with DPS. They're wanting to install a small antenna to enhance their driver's license office service down there. They were wanting to, initially, their first choice is to drill into the building, and I didn't really think we wanted to do that. I asked John to go take a look to see if there was a place that we could do it. Their second choice is to go up through the roof somehow. And John, you want to tell us about it a little bit?
There's an access channel going all the way to the roof that they can mount it and nobody can see it on the roof that we in the center. There's a few small little spots that they can mount it to be safe.
It's like a 7 by 7 inch box. I don't know, they didn't really give me much information, but anyway, John did indicate that there was a place up there, so I would just need to contact the guy and tell him that whenever they get ready to install it, they need to make sure they contact John and give him his contact information. I think-
I'll approve it. Make the motion.
You made a motion to approve it.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor of approving that item, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, and then to consider approval of purchase and installation of the entry door and security door handle. Jail. Morning, John.
Morning.
So we have the side entry door to the jail. It's an electric, it's an electric entry door, and it quit working, so they could not access the building. And I had to go ahead and purchase it. It was $663.75. So one of the reasons we went ahead and did is they could not, from the LEC, could not enter into the jail, so they had to go to the front or the rear. And it's a special hardware door you had to order from Sargent, and it was electrified. It just quit working, couldn't be fixed.
I move we approve.
Second.
So that was a total $663.75?
Yes, sir, that was included shipping.
Okay. Any questions or discussion? All in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, and then number 20, to consider approval of removal of gas boiler in the courthouse basement by Texas Chiller System.
All right, so it's been, for a few years, we've been trying to get that estimates, and I finally got a decent estimate. It was $9,750. We had an estimate of $32,000 and $14,000, and I just kept calling until I finally got. And the reason we would like to remove that is so we could have some more storage in the building as far as filing cabinets or whatever we decide to use it for.
John, do you know, is that still good? I know they had a note in there, they issued it April 2nd, and it said it was good for 30 days.
Yes, I called and talked to them yesterday, and they said that estimate is still good.
All right.
Do you know whenever, if it gets approved or when it would start?
No, once I get the signed contract, I'm gonna fax it to them, and then I will get an approximate start date.
And you got it worked out in your budget?
Yes, it's in the budget to do that.
Also move.
Second.
Questions or discussion? All in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you, John. 21, to consider approval of Esri mapping software annual maintenance agreement for the rural addressing office. We've been paying for a license down there in rural addressing for quite a number of years. I don't think the price has gone up. It's $403. That's the same price we've been paying for quite a while. We used to have 2 licenses down there, and then a few years ago, one of the licenses got split off, and it's over in Dwayne's office now. And so anyway, Raynell just has the 1 license that we need to approve right now. I'm assuming that Dwayne will come up with his license sometime whenever he gets it. But this is $403 right now for the 1-year renewal.
I move we approve.
Second.
Questions? Not all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? All right, 22, to consider approval of ranking of the top 3 engineering firms for the Fister Road Bridge project in Precinct 3. And potentially authorization to submit request for proposal to each firm for engineering design services for the project.
We initiated the request for qualifications for engineering services on Feaster Road Bridge. And we had Larry's office, Ken Clark, Dwayne Bowes, Charles Offers, and myself were on the selection committee. And we have approved the first one as HDR Engineering Incorporated. The second was Wood Environment and Infrastructure Solutions, and the third selection was the Kimberly Horn Associates. And the way I understand this process and talking with Larry, Garrett Bond, and also Wayne Wells, that we want to follow this Title 10, Subtitle F, 2254. The way I understand that is we've selected the top three in order, and then we'll give the top individual the opportunity to work on the hydraulic design and engineering design for Feaster Bridge, and work with that first company, and then we'll deal with the process after that with cost and those kinds of things.
So in your ranking, the lowest number is the best?
Yes. So I would move that we,
But before you do that, let me ask, because
Sure.
like I told you the other day, I'm a little bit confused. I understand that we would approve the ranking of those top three, but then, you know, my understanding is like we talked about, Dennis, once we've approved that ranking, we would need to authorize negotiating with the top-ranked firm for those design services at a price before, I mean, I don't think if we just send out requests for proposals for all the services to each one of those firms, I don't think they're gonna respond. I don't think they're gonna go to a bunch of work if they don't know that they're gonna get
I
the
agree.
contract.
Judge, that item should not said to each firm for engineering design services. It should have been the top firm. Working with the top firm.
Okay, but, so this would just be to ask for a request for proposal from the top firm rather than negotiating a contract with them?
Yes.
Okay. So they wouldn't go out to all three, it's just going out to the top one,
Just
right?
to the top.
The other two would only get involved if you couldn't come up with an agreement first, and then you go to the second one, and then the third.
And is this, would this be for the entire design package on that bridge, not just for the hydraulic study, but for the entire design package?
I
Correct.
understand that's what it is.
Yes.
Okay. All right, okay. Thank you for clarifying that. So Dennis, if you want to make your motion then.
Okay, I make the motion that we approve HDR Engineering Incorporated as the #1 top candidate for the engineering design and hydraulic study on Feaster Road Bridge.
Second.
Oh. Okay, are you, because this says to approve the ranking of the top three. Do you want to approve the top three and then?
Yeah, let's,
submit a
yes,
request for proposal to the top one?
correct. All right, let's approve request for the top three engineering firms, HDR Engineering Incorporated, Wood Environment and Infrastructure Solution is #2, and Kimberly Horn Associates is #3. And then propose on the #1 selection, HDR Engineering, that we go to them for requests for hydraulic study and engineering design for Feaster Road Bridge in my precinct.
Second.
Questions or discussion? All in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. 23, to consider approval of purchase of laptop for the sheriff's office. Morning, John.
We need to purchase one laptop for the sheriff's office. The cost of that would be about $2,000. We need that in the budget.
Move to approve.
How much is it running?
2,000.
Second. Is that,
Questions or discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And then 24, to consider approval of purchase of 2 video cameras for the IT department.
Yes, we'd like to purchase 2 video cameras, cost $1,600. This is to be used for the demand we're seeing now on streaming internet or streaming video, both of the courts and other meetings.
So these videos, is that for, like, for this?
Yeah,
Streaming.
be like this. We're starting to get to the point, we're starting to also have to stream court sessions now. We've been doing Zoom, but we have to start streaming the interior of the courtrooms. So this virus situation goes away, I guess we'll start to go.
I think we're moving to more of that on a permanent basis.
Yes, we are.
you got it figured out in your budget?
It's in our budget now.
Good. Also move, we purchased 2 video cameras for IT.
Second.
Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, let's go to our bills and claims.
We approve our bills and claims and payments via electronic fund transfer.
Second.
Questions? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Number 3, journal entries and budget amendments. Bob McKenzie.
I make a motion that we approve our.
We have some, I think.
We have journal entries.
We have 5 journal entries and 1 budget amendment. Journal entry 2018 reclassifies adopted county drug litter program signs from precinct 2 to other non-departmental. Journal entry 2019 reclassifies the project code from COVID-19 to no project code for the non-qualifying COVID grant expenditures. Journal entry 2020 moves the county matching Chapter 19 money from the Elections Administration Fund to the Elections Hall Grant Fund. Journal entry 2021 moves the COVID-19 CRF grant funds from the general fund to the grant fund. Journal entry 2022 reclassifies the credit for returned items to the sheriff's office, which was incorrectly coded to the jail. And budget amendment 2010 increases the line item for other office supplies and decreases the line item for electronic equipment for the purchase of the full books since the unit cost was less than $5,000. And none of the external entries or budget amendment change the county's overall adopted budget for fiscal year.
I move we approve our journal entries and budget amendments.
Second.
Questions? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Payroll claims and expenses.
Do I need to go over this as well?
That goes with the performance.
So on our payroll claims, we have, I've never done this before.
Mr. Cruz.
I move we approve our payroll claims and related expenses.
Second.
Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Departmental reports and fees of office.
I move we approve our departmental reports and fees office.
Second.
Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. We're basically done with this, but why don't we take about 10 minutes and we can reconvene downstairs and talk a little bit about budget. I don't know that we'll talk much about it since we've got 2 commissioners missing, but I'll talk a little. Pardon?
I have a couple.
Okay, all right. And we'll just meet back up down there in about 10 minutes.